What is going on, guys? My name is Forge here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops. Today, I do have a video to talk about when it comes to XDefiant's ranked play system. Now, right off the bat, I do want to say, I like this game, and I think that there is an absolute ton of potential, and that is why I'm going to be so passionate and angry in this video. Yo, spoiler alert, that is my emotion for this particular video, and that is because I just played a couple games, and so much has gone wrong, more than I've seen in so many other ranked play systems, if I'm being completely real. I do not like the way it works currently. I'm not sure exactly how the actual matchmaking works, but that's a topic I'll talk about in a little bit. Let's talk about the main issues right now. Right, the first thing, why can the game start with less than 8 people? It is a 4v4 game mode, all right? That is what ranked play is. Why can it start with 4 people in the game? Like, you would think that's a pretty extreme example, but this is my 3rd game ever playing ranked, and this is what I got. So I'm running around playing a boring-ass 2v2 that just doesn't make sense at all, because the game is it's not really designed around a 2v2 in this situation. It's just not a fun experience, in my opinion. I wanted to back out, but here's the thing. I did that already when there were 7 people out of 8 that could possibly be there. Someone backed out of the game, and I backed out of the lobby. I go back, and I got a loss in terms of how much my points, my RP, or whatever it's called in this game, my MMR, had actually dropped, as if I actually joined into that game and backed out. The game hadn't even started yet. I was in the lobby. The game didn't start, and yet I backed out so I could avoid a unfair match. But I got punished anyways because I didn't want to waste my time in that. Sure, I could have went into the game, played a 4v3, and maybe then, or a 3v4, whichever, roll of the dice, who gets the teammate? Yeah, I'm not playing that shit. That is a joke. This should not have launched anytime soon. Ranked play should not have launched. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest right now. They should have probably postponed it until Season 2 or something, and I know why they tried to get it out. They tried to get it out because they want to get people hooked. They want people playing this game. They don't want this game to die out. Totally understandable. I get it. But it's not ready. It's clearly not ready, all right? I actually had a really good game. The first game I ever played was actually pretty fun. It was pretty balanced. We had teammates. Me and some other guy were absolutely carrying, and then 2 other guys that were they're playing the objective. It doesn't matter what their KD is. If they're actually playing the objective and being successful at it in the slightest bit, that's fine. It lets me, keep people off the hard point, or whatever you want to call it, the occupy zone. It allows me to keep people off the hill, and someone else sits on point. That's what you need to do. You need teamwork. So it worked, that first game. But that first game was just a fluke. Because the next game after that, I hopped in, and I was actually excited. I got Midtown. Surprisingly, even though this map is called Midtown, this map is absolute peak. This is the best map in the game. I don't care what anyone says. I love this map. So I hopped in Midtown. I don't know why it's even called that, man. Like, honestly, rename this map to Peaktown, all right? It is not mid. But anyways, point is, I was playing it where we just captured an objective. I go to hit my ability button to do a scan. My game crashed. Now, this had not been the first time. I was playing pubs the day before, and it kept happening. It happened like 4 times until I eventually said, I'm done, all right? I'm not going to play this anymore. And it's the only game that crashes, okay? And it's not just, I'm not the only one. I looked into it. There are other people over on Reddit talking about how this is a problem. I guess it's a problem with DX12. So I disabled it. You disable that, and apparently it fixes it. So far, that's worked. I don't know why that would be a problem, but anyways, I'm not going to get into that. Whatever. It crashed. It's just typical Ubisoft behavior. If you play Siege, you'll know game crashes are pretty consistent with that game as well. Not recently, but a lot of the times they'll update something, and all of a sudden, oh, my game is crashing. That happened for a while, a couple months ago, actually. It would just consistently crash. I couldn't even play the game for about a couple weeks or something till they fixed it. I don't know how long it was, maybe. I don't know. Either way, point is, the issue with that is that there is no Reconnect feature. I crashed to the desktop. I get back in the game thinking that I could at least join back. Even with some missed time or whatever, at least I could get back into the game, help my teammates out. Nope. It's just immediately counts as a loss. That is the dumbest system I've ever seen. Rainbow Six Siege, another Ubisoft game, has had a Reconnect feature for a very long time. Why is there's this recurring trend with new games where the old game, and it's not in the franchise, I guess, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't count it. It's a Ubisoft game, that's what I'm going off of. But like this trend of older games having more features than new games, I don't know why that's happening. I'm not a game developer, so I'm not going to pretend, like, I'm sure there's some legit reason, but holy is it frustrating as a player, because this is something that should be in the game immediately. And I don't doubt that they will put it in eventually, but my point is it shouldn't be eventually. This should have been out when ranked dropped, because right now, this should just still be preseason for ranked, if we're being completely real. Like, it's not anything, there's nothing competitive about this specific rank system, because it's not just if I get kicked out and I get my MMR taken from me. It's not just that, okay? It's not just that. It's also the fact that now my teammates in that game had to suffer a 3v4 situation completely at a disadvantage with no way for me to join back or do anything. I think that's just horrible. That is horrible. This right now is, I mean, I'm crazy, so I'll probably still play it sometimes, right? Just like I do with Rainbow Six Siege, even though as soon as you get to Diamond ranked, all you find are cheaters all the time. Well, that's exactly what I have to deal with all the time in that game. So many cheaters in that game, and yet I still hop on because I'm goddamn addicted. I won't doubt that could happen with this game, because like I said, this game has a lot of potential. That being said, I would not, if you haven't started playing, do not, all right? It is not recommended. I do not think that is a good, it's just a waste of time, okay? There's just too many problems. Also, on top of that, the system just does not put you with people who are actually, you know, somewhat decent. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of skill-based matchmaking going on. Now, maybe that's because there's placements right now, or there's no placement matches like actually, which I think there should have been. There usually isn't placement matches in these particular games anymore, but I think at least for the first 10 games or something, for the very first time you play ranked, you should have to play with placement matches. I don't know why there's not any. I don't think that they're ever going to bring it back, because they like this whole system of this, like, almost like ranked battle pass, like that, where you start at the bottom and you have to work your way up, you know, like Fortnite, Apex, Siege. All these games have this now. Call of Duty even has this system in their ranked play system. So yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. I don't think they're going to add placements, okay, but I don't know, however it's matching, it doesn't work. That's all I'm saying. It's not fun to be at the top of the team and consistently have to carry, and I know, I get it. If you're above average, you're just going to, you know, statistically, I guess, have to carry more often than not. That's just how the math works, but it's ranked play, so actually I shouldn't have to do that. You should still just wait until you get someone of my skill, and we don't even need placements, all right? We have this feature right here. I don't know what this does, but is this not enough evidence, right? You have to get to level 40 to unlock rank to begin with, right? So you have to have this number. You have to have a certain amount of games played already in the game, so the game should have already had the average skill rating that you should be, and I would imagine that they are taking it from that, but only using it for team balance or something. I don't exactly know how it works. I just think that however it works isn't working. So we need to go back to the drawing board or something, man, because this, in combination with all of the issues of the latency problems, which, by the way, I don't know what it is about the netcode or whatever in this game, particularly with Season 1, it's somehow worse. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. It feels like something was, we went back a bit, like they updated something, maybe did a couple updates for a bit there. I don't know, maybe they improved it a little bit in preseason, and then we went back to how it was at launch or something. I don't exactly know. Maybe I'm crazy, like I said, but it doesn't make sense to waste your time currently. I would say at least wait until Season 2, or maybe later on in Season 1 they'll start adding some features that should have been there at launch. I don't think so. The reason that they're not there is because they were clearly not ready, but again, they should have held it off or something until they were ready. But yeah, right now, would not recommend it. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like I said, I do love this game a lot, all right? I'm very passionate about it. I'm not just sitting here to absolutely shit all over it, all right? I want to see this game succeed. I want to see this game do good, because I've put a lot of time into it so far, and it's a lot of fun, man. I put a lot of time into it, but as the honeymoon phase has died down, these problems just stack and stack, and it makes it, every time I have to deal with that, every time I get shot around a corner, every time I have to deal with these stupid issues that just no other game seemingly has, at least not to the scale that this game unfortunately does. It just adds up, and it's frustrating to deal with, all right? Again, I do think that they will fix it over time. It will get better, 100%. But will it be too late by the time they get to that? Like, will people start leaving the game because they don't want to deal with this? Maybe not. I don't know. Because, of course, Rainbow Six Siege has been talking about fixing the cheater problem for the last 7 years or something. Like, I don't know. They just talk about it every time they announce a new year. Oh, we are dealing with cheaters. Yeah, good one. Yeah, you've been saying the same shit every year for the last 7 years or whatever. And, yeah, no, you're definitely, clearly nothing's happening. There's still blatant cheaters in my game, like, all the time, like, more than in any other game I've played. Maybe that's just because I have a high MMR in this game, higher than most games that I play, but still, so many cheaters, and it's just frustrating in that game. But anyways, that's a topic for a different day. Point was, all of these big problems happen in Siege, and yet people still stick around and have been playing for years, so who knows what they're gonna do. What do you guys think? Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, I like it, be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.